Interstate 14. Alright. Alright, everyone. We're going over Interstate 14. This one was requested by, I forgot the person's name, but shout out to you. This was a request highway. So, thank you to the person who requested this. And, yeah, Interstate 14, I believe, is supposed to be like a military corridor, I think. It's supposed to connect the Midland, Odessa area to places like San Angelo, Temple, Alexandria, Natchez, Meridian, Montgomery, Columbus, and Augusta. So yeah. Here we're gonna start in the Midland, Odessa area. We're gonna be on Texas 158, and it's time for Garden City and San Angelo. Here we're gonna start following US 87, and it's time for Big Spring. Here we're meeting US 67 and 277. And here we're meeting US 283. Right here we're meeting US 190, and we're gonna follow US 190 now. And we're also meeting US 377. As you can see, this is where US 190 splits off, and this is where we'll be going. Here's where we meet US 281, and in the near Temple, I think. We're now on I-14 officially. Here we're meeting 190 Business, and it's time for TJ Mills Boulevard. And we're get East 14, East 190, Belton, Temple, which are good control cities for now. Here we're meeting I-35. Southbound 35, Texas 317, 436 for Connell Street. Strange that there's no mention of I-35 control cities, but whatever. But we will be joining I-35 northbound. Here's where we split off, and we're starting for Gatesville and Cameron. Here's where we meet US 77 outside of Temple. And here's where US 77 splits off. Here we're meeting our old friend US 79, and we'll have a short concurrency with it. And here's where it splits off, and we'll continue eastbound on 190. Here, this is the exit on Texas 6 in the College Station area. We'll just take Texas 6 for to I-45. And here's I-45, and we're gonna meet back up with US 190. Here we're crossing over just a random lake. Here we're meeting US 59. And here is where we meet US 69 and 287. Here we cross this very old bridge, which definitely needs some replacing. Here we're meeting US 69's power drone, US 96. And we're gonna go on Texas 63. And welcome to Louisiana. In Louisiana, we're now on Louisiana 8, and we're meeting US 171. And here we're meeting US 71, in Alexandria. And here we're meeting I-49, which northbound is signed for Shreveport and southbound for Opelousas. Yeah, that definitely should be Lafayette. Here we're crossing the Red River. And here we're meeting US 167. Here we're gonna get on Louisiana 28, which is signed for Jonesville and Pineville. And we're now gonna join US 84. Here is where we're meeting US 425, which is a strange number for a highway in Louisiana or just the southern United States in general. Here we're crossing the Natchez Vidalia Bridge, I think that's what it's called. And crossing over the Mississippi River into Mississippi. Welcome to Mississippi. Here in Mississippi, we're meeting US 61, southbound Woodville, Baton Rouge, which are good control cities, and eastbound 84, north 61, east 98, Vicksburg and Brookhaven. This isn't where US 98 starts. It starts all the way in some random town on US 84. Well, I'll show that later. Here we're meeting Liberty Road, which goes to downtown Natchez, and the Natchez Trace Parkway. And here is where we're gonna split off from US 61, and we get East 84, East 98, even though this isn't a place where US 98 is. Here is where US 98 actually starts. We got East 98, East Mississippi 184, Meadville, Macomb, and Mississippi 184. 184 is the old alignment of US 84. Here we're meeting I-55, which is signed for Jackson and Macomb. Mississippi has some weird obsession with Macomb and Grenada, I believe. It's just weird. Here we're meeting US 51. And here we're meeting US 49, southbound Hattiesburg and Collins, and northbound presumably Jackson. Here we're meeting State Highway 15, and we get East 84 to 59. Here we're going to be joining I-59, North 59, East 84, South 15, Meridian, Waynesboro. Here's where US 84 splits off, and aside from Waynesboro and Chantilly Street. But we won't be following US 84 anymore. We'll be following I-59 to Meridian. Here we're meeting US 11, which is signed for North Laurel. And here we're meeting I-20, westbound for Jackson, North 59, East 20, Meridian, Tuscaloosa. And here we're meeting US 11 again. It's signed for Philadelphia Meridian Airport. And we just get a pull through for North 11, South 19. So no mention of I-20 or I-59. This is definitely weird, Mississippi. And here we're meeting Mississippi 39, north for DeKalb. And the reason I'm showing this is because this is where US 11 and US 80 splits off. and it's not signed. This is just so weird, Mississippi. You were prioritizing US 11 on that other sign, and now you're neglecting it. Anyways, here is US 45, southbound for Quitman, northbound for Macon, which should probably be northbound Columbus, southbound Waynesboro. But I won't say anything too much on that. Alright, we're going into Alabama. Here in Alabama, at the first exit, we're gonna leave I-20 and I-59 to East 80, Cuba, Demopolis. And here we're meeting US 11 for the final time. Here in Demopolis, we're meeting US 43. And I skipped to Selma, where we're gonna cross. I wanted to show you this bridge, even though US 80 doesn't follow it. And here we just get a sign for north. That's pretty strange, but this meant to say US 31. Here we're meeting I-65, which is signed northbound Montgomery, Birmingham, southbound Mobile. And here we're gonna split off from I-65, and we're also meeting US 82, and it's signed 80, 82 East, 231, 231, 331, South Boulevard. And here's where we meet US 331, which never meets up with US 31, I think. Here we're meeting 231, and this is where US 82 splits off. And here we're meeting I-85, South 85, 265 downtown, North 85, East 80, Atlanta. And here we're meeting Alabama 108 west for Pike Road. And this is future I-685, I believe. The proposed Montgomery bypass. I think I-14 is supposed to follow that route, but there's pretty much nothing of it built yet. Here we're meeting, well, here's where we split off from I-85, East 80, Wall, and Pike Road. Here we're meeting US 29 in Tuskegee, I think. And here's where we split off. Here we're meeting US 431 and 280. And this is where the two split off. 431 North, 280 West, Birmingham or Opelika, East 80 to 185 Columbus. Here we're crossing the Chattahoochee River. And we cross over to Columbus on the Georgia side, and we meet I-185 for Fort Moore in Atlanta, and we're also meeting US 227. Here we're meeting US 19, and here we're meeting US 341. This is where we meet I-475 and near Macon. And we meet US 41. Here we're meeting I-75, which is signed for Valdosta and Atlanta. And here is where we meet I-16. Here we're gonna start following Georgia 540. And on Georgia 540, we made it US 441. Here we're meeting US 1 and 221. Here we're meeting I-520, East Columbia, West Atlanta. And we're gonna join I-520 and we meet US 25. Here we're crossing the Savannah River into South Carolina. Now I'm not sure if I-14 will cross over into South Carolina, but if it here, we're just gonna act like it does, or it will. Here we're meeting I-20, which is gonna be the end. 20 East Columbia, 20 West Atlanta. The way it should be, I got San Angelo, Temple, College Station, Alexandria, Natchez, Laurel Meridian, Montgomery, Columbus, Macon, and Augusta. Alright, here's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed. I have been slacking pretty much. I know this is probably just very low quality and it's kind of rushed, but I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you in the next video.